3, 2, 1.
What's going on, everybody? Let's start off with these dyno lines we got here. Now, Roy Townsend, if you're watching, yours is on the way. We got this one coming with the dyno sticker and a hook. That's the strongest one. I forgot to get which one you wanted for sure. So now, no one else ever claimed theirs. So, we got the old bucket here. We're going to just draw a new name. Let's see what we got here. Blue Cuban 71. So, alright, Blue Cuban 71. That sounds familiar. You've commented before. But anyway, so thanks for watching videos. I appreciate you. So, Blue Cuban 71. Comment in this video. Let me know which one of these you prefer. Again, the green one's the strongest, but this one is not that. It's very strong too. I'm using the yellow one here, and we're going to install the pink one or whatever color it is on my high trail in just a minute. And they're very strong, and we're going to test it when I'm done installing it. So you'll see in this video just how strong these ones are as well. So anyway, Blue Cuban 71. Let me know in the comments which one you want, and then on Messenger or email me your address. We'll talk and we can figure that part out. So just comment and let me know. So alright then, moving on. Well, here's what we're going to do first. Since I'm giving away dyno line and all that stuff, and I've been loving my Amazon winch here, I like this cable. It's just not quite long enough. If it had about another foot, I'd be happy. And also, like, if you let go of it, it just like slinkies up on you and you got to grab it and stretch it back out. And I've been saving this one. This will eventually go onto my wife's truck if she ever gets a winch. She's really not too worried about a winch on her truck right now. I think I'll mostly be using mine to pull her out of spots. So, we're going to put this one on here. Let's see. I kind of like this one because it's that nice thick one and it's braided, and you know, that's pretty cool. But I don't know which one Blue Cuban 71 wants, since he just won. So we're still going to stick with this one. It's not as thick, but I like it. I got the yellow on the Gen 8 with the Warren winch. Now my Warren winch that's on that Gen 8 that I showed you guys in the video, I'm not happy with how, you know, it's a scale winch. It's not meant to do much. But it is the RC four-wheel drive version that costed a good penny at one time. And now I was looking, and you can get that same type of Warren winch look, the cheap one that does not work as good as this one. But I seen it on Amazon with this wireless winch controller and all the same parts that come with this winch for like $16. I seen it on there. Like, again, that's the scale looking RC four-wheel drive Warren winch look-alike. I don't know if it's their same or if it's just a straight up knockoff remade, but I know it was only $15 and something with this winch controller with it. And they even had it for like 30 or 40 with the other winch controller, maybe even less with it. But I'm gonna tell you now, I think this winch controller and this button on the other controller that I just didn't grab, this one, is way better. I would go with this style over the other one. My other one burned up on me anyway. This one here with the little box that it has, plus like I said before, it comes with this manual wire plug on it. It's got a 3-position switch where you can winch in, winch out wire manually on the truck somewhere, or you could run lights or anything with this switch. That's a pretty good little value to have for free, basically. So I'll tell you something though, this stuff is way stronger than I was anticipating when it comes to cutting with some doll scissors, because these scissors ain't that bad. They might be broke on the ends, but I kept them because they work good. And no, they wouldn't. I had to gnaw through this stuff, man. Just go at it. I cut it 2 times trying to, because there was a knot already in the rope right up there. So I cut this little piece off. And then after I tied my knot here, I had cut it and then burned it. So I could pull it in here and then tighten this up. But yeah, that stuff's hard to cut. Yeah, a razor knife would have been better than these scissors. I couldn't believe it. And it just didn't feel like no thin rope. It felt like I was trying to cut through some hard stuff to cut. So now, let me get this set up so I can reel it in without tangling. Well, alright, now, there's almost 7 foot of this line here. You can't even see it all. I'd have to roll all the way across the room. So, oops, I forgot to tighten that up anyway. Hold on. Alright. I went ahead and I had to put my other battery on charge there, which wasn't as low as I thought. So that way we could run this in on a 2S and have it a little bit slower speed to work with and get it wrapped in nice. Or sort of nice or whatever. I don't care about perfection, just as long as it ain't a big hunk, because there's a lot of string to go on here. And donuts, like what you got there. There's like 7 foot here. I don't know if we're going to be able to put all 7 foot. I don't know if we need all. Yeah, we are. We're going to get it on there. But I don't want it to be so thick. But look here. We still got a minute to go here. I don't want it to where it builds up off the edges. This thing got a low battery or something. Hey, you can't chew that. So that's why I like. I can just let go and it doesn't curl up either. You can't have it. That's wire. I don't know. We might eliminate a little bit of this, but what do you guys think? How much line do you guys run? Do you run 7 foot? 6 foot? 5 foot? I think I got about 5 foot on my Gen A. A little more, 6 foot probably. But see, if it gets too much, then you start going over these edges here when you're at the end here. So I think that's just not bad, I guess. It still fits between the rolls. So let's just go with it. Heck with it. If it becomes a problem, I'll shorten it down later. Never hurts to have a little extra line, I guess, huh? Let's see. Here's my hook. I'm going to use this same scale hook. And I like these dino hooks, but I got 2 of them tied to a rope somewhere in the back of that truck, I think. And I got to give this one away with the dino line. So we are going to run, I like this here scale hook for now. Sorry, I'm not even looking at it. I like the scale hook. I just think I'm going to get some kind of like, you know, anchor. I need to make me a stick too that has a little hook on it, eye hook, so I can walk around with my stick and put it down when I need to use it, like yesterday, and don't have nothing but a rock to tie it under. That's what we're going to do. So let me go ahead and get this hook on here. Okay. Yeah, it kind of does that little cutout. I don't know if it's me not holding the button very well, or if there's like a direct short coming in, you know. My other one only done that when it was pulling a lot of amps or power on the servo winch, the other servo winch, but that looks good. We got us some dyno lines. Alright guys, here's where we're at. This is the Gen 8. I had this ESC wired up to run this winch right here. And I don't know, it might just be old. But the winch is not even worth having on this truck. If it can't pull the weight of the truck up out of a spot. And yes, the spot I had it in yesterday is not what I'm talking about, because I couldn't even get this one to do it unless I lifted it up out of there. I mean, you can only do so much with any of them. You'll just break a string, you get too much more of a bind before it goes. But if I'd have picked up on this yesterday, it would have came out. This one would not have. It's just, it's such a big difference in this winch and this winch, which I wasn't expecting at first. I thought there's going to be both bought like this. That now I'm thinking this winch would be okay maybe to put on my trailer for looks. Or leave it on here for looks, but using it, really might as well just pull this truck over and use the winch and pull them out. And having all this extra weight in there that I had that. I had, you know, it was all wired in here as a big mess. So I took a lot of that out. And I needed this plug for this winch because I had that one kind of rigged in there kind of jakey on here because I didn't have another one of those plugs. And this one actually came with a Tamiya type connector, one of the old school Radio Shack connectors, what I call it. But so we got her wired in now, so I can just run this plug right here. Something I was wondering though is, I wonder if a small battery would run it, because see, I don't know if this is an output or an input right here. I'm thinking it's an output just like this one is to the winch, but why would it have this plug? I don't know, unless they make another winch like that. But I could cut that off and hook it to the input side if one of these batteries would run a winch. I just don't think it would. Plus it's only a 2S and I'm running 3 sometimes, so I don't really see for sure if that would. But it has the plug. What do you guys think? Anyone ran a little winch off a battery that small? I don't know. This motor ain't no smaller than a SCX10. I mean, 24, my bad. SCX24. But anyway, let's wire this on in here. Make sure it's going to work. Alright, I didn't even plug the truck in, just the battery to the winch. Okay, we're good to go. The reason it was cutting out a little bit before was because of my connection. I really just had a hot and a negative crammed in here into the plug for a test, and then I just left it because it had this adapter. And I forgot almost for a minute. So anyway, we got her buttoned up decent now. All I got is plug that in. She's good. Let's say we cut some weight on the Gen 8. That's never a bad thing. She feels a lot better. Dang. This thing's actually a lot lighter than my High Trail, I believe, without the body even. Oh, good Lord, yeah. That's without the body. Yeah. This thing is way heavier than this. I did not realize that. Thought they were in about the same weight class, but nope. I think that even with the body on this one, that's more like the chassis of the other one. Good Lord, I think this weighs more. I need some scales. Jeez. And those of y'all that are laughing about these bolts up here, I know front weight's supposed to be down here, like I said before, brass. But this was for a hill climb video that we went and did, and it did the climb, so there you go. I gotta go out and hose some dust off here. It looks like it's getting ready to rain, but I think we done took long enough messing with this winch. Let's at least go outside and see how strong this cable is. And also, one more time, Blue Cuban 71, comment in this video if you see it, so you can tell me which one of these you want. Don't matter which one you pick, they'll come with the hook and the sticker. You will get your DINORC sticker. Might even have a couple other stickers to put in this one for you. And Roy Townsend, yours is on the way, buddy. So, and if you're thinking that maybe one of these here might not be as strong as this one, so you'd rather just get this one, but you like this better, don't worry about strength, because that's what I'm running here and here, and they're plenty strong still. We're getting ready to go outside and see how strong this one is. I guess we're gonna go lift the entire truck in the air again just for fun. Let's go outside. So just hit me up in the comments, buddy. Well, alright guys, so we're outside. Let's see if we can't have a little bit of fun somewhere. I really don't know what I'm doing yet, like always. You take the time you have and you just do something with it. That's all I do. Hey, I do got a place over here I could almost go make a test, but I got 7 foot of line now. This is probably way too much. And I'm looking to get a new camera. I want to get an action camera or something that can be nice and steady. Keep a pretty solid, good picture. I just found my location for a long winch test. What size tire is this I got out here? I might could use that in my truck. No, just kidding. I do need a tire, but not that bad. So, let's just do it to it. Uh-oh. We got a disconnect somewhere. Hold on. No, she's working fine. It just seemed like the box was a little bit warm without even using it. Let's see how much line I need to do this, what I'm about to try. Alright. Get a little bit more out. Since we got it now. Just gonna do the old loop swoop here. Maybe. Hold on. So, alright, we're going to attempt this anyway, even though the box has kind of already got warm when the truck was on, running on that 3S for some reason, and so we might already be done, wore out yesterday. We'll find out in a minute, won't we? No, I forgot to plug it back in even. Well, alright guys, we had a little bit of a failure. The little receiver box is kind of getting warm just by being plugged into my 3S battery for a long enough time that it's trying to shut it down. It goes into protect mode, whatever you call it. I can unplug it and plug it back in and then it'll work, but I don't want to try to melt it. So I went and got the 2S battery and I plugged it in here to see if it's going to kick on or off, because it was only taking a few seconds and it was just shutting off. Well, it's still working now. It's supposed to be able to take anywhere from 6 to 12 volts, but I put her through its paces the other day. Might have overheated it. You know what? Let's see what this truck will do anyway. I don't care if it burns up. The hell with it. I'm going to see if a 2S battery will take this truck up in the air, or if it gets too hot. If it shuts off before I get to that point, we'll know. That's me just letting go of it right now. So I was kind of sad when I seen it do that. So, all right, let me see something. Tell you what, it is kind of nice having all that extra line in it. It's pretty cool. So here's how we got it. We're just wrapped in loop. Oops, sorry. I'm just curious now. Don't want to burn it up. I got a feeling 3S is a little much for it still. Did work yesterday, but man, I worked hard yesterday. Anyway, here we go. It's still actually working. That's a good thing. I've never tried to lift this truck on a 2S battery yet though, so we're gonna find out. I'm gonna help it all I can. And remember, it has like this double, okay. So yes, it will. If it'll do it on a 3S, it will do it on 2S. Now, it kind of comes down a little bit, but oh well. That's not bad, huh? Considering I was thinking it might be burning up on me already, so. Not bad test. Okay, I'm happy. My recommendation is, it's a great scale winch. It's not a high-powered servo winch, none of that. I would still run it on 2S mostly. You might get lucky and get away with a 3S. Like I say, yesterday I had this thing buried and I torqued it, and now that box doesn't seem to like that battery plugged in. All I did was drive it over here and the box was warm. I didn't even use the winch. So 2S seems to be okay. It's still working, so just ain't as fast, that's all. But this is my heaviest truck by far. So if it will pick up this truck, it will pick up any truck of mine. Any truck of mine. Let me make sure I got that the way I meant to say it. It will pick them up. And also, I was testing this dyno line more than anything right now. You know what? I think I need to see how much this truck weighs though somehow. Let's see. This is kind of a long line here, and it worked really nice. So thank you, DINORC, for sending these to me. I'm happy to be able to give a couple to someone else. I hope they get the fun I have out of them. So there we go. The main reason I went ahead and got that 2S battery and swapped it is I wanted to see, was it going to kick it off or not, because it was not liking just being plugged in to the other one. It was getting warm. So too many volts going to that little box. And I don't know if Amazon is up to replace anything. I don't know what kind of warranties they have, especially on something like that winch. Yeah, look at all the leaves. Oh my. Come up on this edge. Come on. Let's see what I can do. Better lock them in. I should have knew better than try it. Yeah, boy. It's actually harder than you would think, but working quite nice. I was watching full-size crawling this morning. I got on YouTube and there was a couple videos just popped up that I thought was a RC car. When I clicked on it, it was 1-to-1 scale crawlers. And they were doing some real deal stuff too, boy. The shit we do with toys, they were doing. They didn't hang a truck in the tree with a winch, but they might if you ask them to. Call them out see if they can. Oh, we got humming in there. Well guys, since we're out here having fun, we're going to see if the winch is still working good. I happen to have the board leaning against the tree here. Can we climb how high? How far before she flips? Far enough. So anyway, there's a cable here, everything. Look at this. It's ready for a lifting. Can we hook it? Let's find out. Like I say, the 3S battery kind of gets the box a little bit warm. It doesn't like being on 3S as much as I would like it to be, but the truck will lift its own body weight straight in the air without this board under it on 2S. But I don't know if I can get this to hook onto this. Okay. I'm gonna have to come up with another hook. Hold on 1 second. I gotta go around the line and back under the line and hook to the line. There we go. So, let's see if I can do this again. Let's have some fun and go up the board. Just giving it a little help. All right, now let's see what kind of drawback it's got there. You see it rolling a little bit? It's not bad though, huh? It's sliding down, the winch is giving. If you look at it closely, you'll see it's barely moving, but it is moving. So, all right. Trying to get it working back up. There we go. Let's just drag it up some. I don't want to run it too hard, but let's just see. Look, that's without driving. That's just dragging, okay? It is just a 2S. Don't get me wrong. Give it a little bit of help. Why is it? Don't hurt. But you don't have to. It goes. Alright, guys. I'm happy. Alright. Good enough. The girls we hang out with, right? Never mind all the trash that's over here. My yard work pile. That has been here for a long time because I don't like doing yard work. Well, this dyno line has proven itself plenty to me. So, very happy with it. I've done a couple of hard tests on this winch today. Have nothing to complain about with that.